Hey, baby dolls, I was going to make some other videos about other chains and exploring stuff, but they can all go and get fudged because incentive token, that's right, Richard Hart's meme coin is absolutely embarrassing everyone. Woo! Dang, what is going on here? Ink is back to $3. Now, of course, it was 80 at $1 at one point, but look, friends, I got more videos, got more juicy content coming for you. But I'm just being honest, man. Like, I said it last year. The community is the asset, not the code. There are all these other chains. It's just a bunch of people, third world country and other locust scum who are just farming airdrops. I promise you from the bottom of my heart. Now, you can choose not to believe me, and that's okay. There's a corner for you over there. You can hunch your back. You can drink your room temperature water. But for the rest of us with sharp elbows and squeaky chairs and fluffy slippers, we know what's up. You see, no one cares about ZK Tech and all these amazing technologies. It ain't really that amazing, friends. It's just, okay, it's faster database transactions. All right, sweet. But faster for what? Where are all the applications? We're still a bit too early, man. It's like, friends, you're in a city and you're like, look at this giant building we built. Like you're in one of China's ghost cities. You're like, okay, sweet. Where's your strip club? Oh, you still got to drive 40 hours that way because it's not here. Okay, do you have a casino? Maybe it's kind of underground. They're the DJing coins. Do you have hospitals? No. Do you have schools? No. Where are your internet cafes? I want to watch some like Japanese naked girls and stuff. There's nothing there. You see, this is exactly how early we are in these chains. Now, eventually, something's going to come. How do they come? Well, I don't know. But until then, look, clearly something's going on, right? Maybe the PulseChain ecosystem, this is playing out in real time. We don't need to look anywhere else. I'm going to keep reporting on other things. But for now, I mean, it is what it is. So if you're on the sidelines, look, friend, that's how much I love you, man. You got friends and family. I know there's people on the sidelines. I want to put in more money. Not financial advice. I'm wearing a cork hat on the internet. But I've given you like what I would do for the macro trade. And by the way, this is as macro as it gets. If you miss this, then you're on your own, okay? And it was using the weekly super trend. But the INK token is going up and it's been pumping, okay? 49%. This is a day, by the way. Now, what's actually really going on here? What's really going on, friends, is the yields. You see these yields here, okay? See these yields? Obviously, they've been pumping, okay? Hex Pulse is 22%. PulseX Pulse is 12%. That's because of the ink farm. Now, I am not a duck. My name is not Greg, and I don't live in the mountains, and I don't have control of the PulseChain Sacrifice wallet, and I don't have 220,000 Ethereum, all right? I'm not that person. But if I was that person, I'm speculating, perhaps that person is, the strategy is going to be what your friend Somi here told you last year. The strategy is thrust, buy, pump up ink, and then you get the yields high. And then you've now got two juicy things going for the PulseChain ecosystem. Number one, you've bought up your meme coin because ink is like Richard's de facto default meme coin. You know, I started saying that. It really is. Think about it. I've made a whole post about it. It's not talked about by the SEC. All right. They don't refer to him as Ink, Mr. Ink. It has no use case. It's got a green logo. It's like the fourth Richard Hart coin. And it just sits there doing nothing. And it's meant to be forever down dump token. Now, that's why I just looked at it. I was like, man, this has got all the ingredients of Richard Hart embarrassing the living shit out of everyone. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know if it's going to go to $80. But also, friends, shout out to Bristology because I heard about it from Matty Allen's stream. Thank you very much, guys. There was also Mr. Crispy Baker was on there too. Mr. Bristology alerted that when the ink farms and wrapped Bitcoin started, there was an anonymous giant, wink, wink, wonder who it is. Some dude bridged like 10 to 20,000 Bitcoin over to start farming ink. And I guess we're guessing it's Ricardo Corazon himself who did it. Now, clearly, he don't need to dump crap, so he's just accumulating it. So just kind of telling you things may be happening ahead. So that's why, friends, I am your friend. Confirm our friendship in the comment section. I'm here to tell you, Richard rinses weak hands. I like it like that. Well, I mean, it sucks in the downtimes, but now you like it like that. Why? Because we don't have any dead weight now. Because only the people who believe are still holding. People who want a roadmap, who want, single site staking, please, can you do something? Those types of people, they sold. They really sold. They're like, I don't like it. There's no roadmap. There's no this and that. Good, get them out. Screw you. We don't want you, okay? Your weak hands have paper-handed. And now the rest of us who looked at footprints, okay, his behavioral footprints. For example, Richard Hart. Some said he disappeared. No, he's still tweeting, okay? And we looked at, okay, he made a coin from before. He's still tweeting. And look what he's saying in his tweets, because he's very consistent with when he speaks on camera. And in his tweets, he's saying, Hex did a 10,000x in the last bear market, blah, 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 like in the last crypto cycle. And all these talking points, they instill confidence. So these are the footprint we're looking at. That's why you have a lot of streamers out here. I know we sit here and sometimes you think, man, you guys are all screwed. You're all stupid, naive bulls. I know it sounds like that, but it's a very, very delicate game, because on one hand, the leaders and the founders, what they want to do is they want to rinse weak hands. Get rid of them now. They want to get rid of all of them. They don't want to keep anyone tied around the neck. They don't want to entice them to hang around. Hey, limit orders may be coming. They're like, oh, sweet. I was going to sell for my 500,000 PulseX, $500,000 of PulseX, but now that you've told me limit orders are coming, sweet. I'm going to hold for another 5x. You see, now that person is now a $2.5 million liability in the future. You would rather them be a $500,000 liability now. Or worse, what if they held for even longer? What if they became a $25 million liability in the future? So that's the whole goal when it comes to these ink tokens. Maybe. So remember I told you the juice of what he's doing. There's two things. There's one, Richard Hart meme coin, perhaps ink going up, but also two, to get ink, you got to buy PulseX Hex, and you got the yield farms in. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but you get to see this is like life brought into the ecosystem, because everyone wants DeFi. That's what they're here for. We're here for number go up. We hear about all these new tech, up, down, left, right. Well, what's going on? Green candles. No. Put it aside. There's gaming, and then there's ICOs. We want green candles. That's right. We want to get in to something valuable that is going to increase in value. That's what everyone is here to do. So if we can't get USD value to go up, the price there to go up, we want quantity to go up. There's only two things, friends. There's only two things you can target. That's why it helps. That's why Richard, he knew, hey, there's going to be volatility and dips along the way. I've got to give everyone enough yield to hang in the game and dream about a better tomorrow. That's exactly why Hex is the way it is. That's why Hex doesn't have like near zero inflation. It is what it is. It's keeping everybody there, right, to believe in something. Now, here's the thing. Yield like that exists in Bitcoin, but do you have $8 million to set up a factory, a warehouse to mine all the Bitcoin? Do you have connections in China to make sure that they don't mine Bitcoin off their graphics cards before they give it to you? No, you don't have that. That's why this is really a grassroots coin for the people. And sweet, because the green candles are saying that too. So, if we go look at this ink chart, right, incentive token fence, look, please, obviously, don't buy it. I don't care. I'm holding it. I don't care because I've been farming. If it does another 20x from here, I still got no regrets, because these charts are rough. This is a weekly super trend. Now, I alerted everybody when this crossed on the daily green, but then I was like, the 3-day was really significant. This is the first time it ever flipped green on the 3-day, and then it flipped green here. Now, if it actually flips the weekly, which is quite a while away, that's $3.80. Now, what does that actually mean? It just means that someone in here has thrusted this on purpose to start a bigger long-term trend. Doesn't mean, you get 2 weeks and you keep pumping. For all we know, it could do another 6 months of sideways. We don't know. But it's kind of like telling you, no man left behind policy. That's what we're looking for. And speaking of no man left behind, PulseX, right? This is also juicy breaking news, friends. PulseX has now bought 3.24% of the entire supply. That is now 664 billion PulseX. Wow. It's chewing it up every single day, every minute of the day, every time there's a trade. Okay, so that's an enormous amount. Every day you're going to watch me. I'm going to keep reporting on that, because that's my number go up. Hex yield is great. The PulseChain validator yield is great too. But this is for PulseX. This is its number go up. It's the scarcity meme. And, some people still don't get it. Explain it every day until you get it. If you leave a limit order on PulseX inside market, the DEX itself will chew you up and chew your order out. Okay, it's coming from economic activity, from people trading around. So 0.06% of all the fees goes to chewing this up. We had a V1 bug, which does like an insane triple burn. So the burn is absolutely freaking huge. I mean, we might find that a conspiracy develops later on where people believe that Richard purposefully left the bug in the code in V1 PulseX. So just to update you, there's V1 and V2 PulseX, friends. V1 PulseX, even through all the testing, one guy got banned from a channel, I think, because no one believed the bug report. And the bug report was that liquidity providers were not getting the fees for providing liquidity. Instead, it was a parabolic bazooka burn. It was like 0.18%. So basically 18 bips when it's meant to be 6. I think it's 18 or 24 bips. It was a supercharged burn, buy and burn. And that was V1. And then we were finally alerted, people were like really depressed and stuff, but Richard left it there. And he left the ink farms on it. So now there's V1 and V2. V2 PulseX has the proper liquidity providing fees. That's where like public markets and public, like any other coin to do that. But all the ink farms are in V1 and it's parabolic burning. So it's supercharged. And that's beautiful, right? Can you imagine when PulseChain and PulseX get listed on centralized exchanges and all those scum arbitrage bots are like buying and selling and trying to do that and just ratcheting up the volume as Bitcoin and Ethereum move around? It's going to be sweet. So, you know, the ink token is beautiful. If I were you, I mean, look, I'm just me, what I'm doing, friends, I'm leaving it to yield farm. Now, what I might consider doing is, if I'm happy with where it stops, and by the way, this is very, very risky as well, even though it's ink token, but at some point, I might disperse the yield made from the ink farms and start adding to the meme coins and altcoins of the project. So maybe I'm going to look at ICOSA again, wherever it is, wherever ink stops. I'm going to look at ICOSA using the ICOSA hex ratio. I'm going to look at Atropa, PDI, Teddy Bear, Tangang, Poor Pleb, right? All these, I forgot if I'm missing any, right? So I could actually have them here. I've made a listy for you just so you can see. Yeah, this is it right here. Now, obviously, this is just one I've made new for the channel, right? It's not everything in my portfolio, but it's just like, hey, these are the ones I can like confirm at the time. They have touched buy zones deep in the buy zone when I've made the videos. That's it. It's just, it's not absolutely everything, okay? Because I feel very bad if people like watch videos too late and something's already up 4x and you don't really know about the ratios, okay? So that's basically what it is, okay? So looking at all these, that's where we're going. And this is ink now. So that's what I might do. Might rotate some of the yield in. I don't know if I should do it now. I already have lottery tickets loaded up, but that's another way to play this game, friends. That's something I've also got to teach you. You see, when you're we're in the greatest spot ever if this works out, because you're long from the depression zone. And some of you even got the DCA buy bags, like Mr. Optimus, Kevjon, and the rest of us, okay, with the DCA buy bags. Now, the beautiful part is you don't have to stress because you got a long way to go. However, if you wanted to participate in lottery tickets, meme coins, altcoins, and you absolutely don't have any, it's like a single penny in your bank account to put in, firstly, your first preference should be the bank account from fiat, you know, US dollars, Canadian dollars, whatever it is. That's your first preference. Second preference, you rotate your Bitcoin. Third preference is Ethereum. Absolutely last preference now. Okay, last preference, your yield. So if you're earning yield in hex, like for example, friends, maybe someone out there, maybe you made 10,000 hex in yield. And you might say, hey, I like Atropa. You throw it in there. And your goal is that Atropa does like, you know, like a 10x from here versus hex. Yeah, and you'll be able to sell your Atropa back. You get 100,000 hex. You're like, sweet, you made like 10 times your yield. Imagine that. You made 10 times your yield and you get to sit there thinking, wow, if this hex got back to like 50 cents, I made a $50,000. You see what I mean? You see how you just nibble at this over time? You can also do it with ink yield farms. That's another way to do it. If you are in V2 PulseX yield farms, what you have to do is basically get a month's worth of your yield, withdraw that from the pool, sell them into whatever, and rotate into your altcoin. That's what you do. So, you know, That's what you can actually do to like stay in the game and keep lottery tickets around so you don't get wrecked. Obviously, if we knew the next dog with a hat coin doing a 10,000x, we'd get it. But that's why if you're only playing with your inflation yield, you don't get wrecked. That's why this is really important. Really, really, really important. So ink yield farms, like for example, some people out there, maybe they're making, for example, let's say you made $100 of ink. Could be a week, could be $100 of ink. You might say, hey, my goal is every month this year or every week, I add my ink yield farm into a lottery ticket in a cheap zone. Because think about it, man. Like if you made, let's say you made $100 in the month at an ink farm, and then you pick the lottery ticket and then like bursted 10x at some point. You get $1,000 out of that. And you're like, sweet, I get to rotate in. So here's a beautiful part. You are not risking your stack. Other people are. So yeah, you're going to see the screenshots of people like, wow, golly gee, I sold everything and I went in and I made a triple. You're going to hear that one story. What you're not going to hear is like the crying moans of the, 4,000 people who sold their bags, but they bought the wrong coin. Okay, this is how you stay in the game. Because friends, if we stay here long enough in the game, we're going to get a home run again somewhere. There's going to be home runs. The market's going to be bumping up. People are going to be launching stuff. It's going to come. Okay, so it's fantastic that things are getting looking optimistic to the upside. Make sure you like, subscribe, better button, all. Catch you soon.